Well, Diego Pavia, I'm sorry that you lost, but good luck with the lawsuit. What's up, everybody? TN Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am continuing my coverage of the Tennessee Vols, baby! And actually, I just got done filming a Preds reaction where we lost. So this is a very nice change of pace. Like, it feels good to talk about a win. Tennessee beats our in-state rivals, the Vanderbilt Commodores, 36-23. We have a lot to talk about here, especially with what this win does for us and our journey in the college football playoffs. So let's get started here. First quarter. Worst start I have ever seen this year from us. You cannot make this stuff up. 13 seconds in, Junior Sherrill for Vanderbilt. He has a 100-yard kickoff return for the touchdown. So when this all happened, I couldn't even process it. You ever watch a game and a play happens where you can't even process what happened because you're just so much in disbelief in what you saw? That's kind of how I was here. I was asking myself, did the Titans special teams make it onto the Vols? I didn't know that. I didn't know that could happen. Guys, where is the containment? Where is it? Look, if this was if this was a playoff game, I would be a lot more vexed. So, here is your warning, Vols. Here is your pass. Do not let that happen ever again. But then it actually gets worse. 2nd and 8, Dylan Sampson, who's been arguably the best player on this Vols team the entire year. He fumbles. The fumbles are coming back to haunt him and us again, and it's recovered by C.J. Taylor. For Dylan, that's his 4th lost fumble of the year. And then 1st and goal right here, Cedric Alexander runs in for the touchdown. Vanderbilt strikes first. Now, when this happened, my mind was just racing. I was going crazy. I was trying to give us a little bit a benefit of the doubt because I know that this was a noon kickoff and we've had a lot of night games. But boys, it's time to wake up. That's what I say. It's time to wake up, boys. And thankfully, we do. So first and 10, 8:48 in the first. Nico. He finds Dante Thornton for a 28-yard score, baby, capping off just a 5-play drive for Thornton. What a game that he had, first of all. And just right here, his 5th touchdown of the year, and we are back in this. So after Vanderbilt gets a field goal, Josh Heupel, he does that thing again where he tries to be a little too cute here. 4th and 1, Miles Kisselman, he runs for no gain. I'm glad that we won, but again, if this was a playoff game, if we played, Georgia or, maybe some other teams, if we play Oregon like this and we have a call like this and Heupel chooses to go for it, I'd be like, I don't know, Josh. I don't know. So, yeah, Vanderbilt, they're kind of kicking our butts here, just a little bit. So we do need a spark. 3rd and 7. Thankfully, we get it right here. Diego Pavia pass gets intercepted by Jamad McCoy. Excuse me. I want to make sure I get his name right because what a play he had here. His 4th pick and one that should definitely go on the SportsCenter top 10. I mean, he tipped the ball as he's falling down, and then just as the ball is getting to him, he turns himself back to catch it. I mean, just, come on! What a play by him. So, yeah, that should definitely be on the top 10. No doubt about it. And for Vanderbilt, you know what? This has to be big for like their mental state as far as like hurting it, because they had the least amount of turnovers in the SEC coming into this game right here. So big turnover for us. But Nico, what are you doing? I don't want to tear up this jersey like too much because it is nice. But Nico, come on, man. 1st and 10, Nico, right after his pass gets intercepted by Heights. And you know what? Granted, I've sat in this chair and I give Nico a lot of grief. I've given him just my emotional responses to things that he has done this year. This is going to be the first time where I'm actually going to be like a little critical of Nico for underthrowing this ball. Like usually when it comes to Nico's throws, his passes downfield, I usually find myself saying, Nico, you're overthrowing him, man. But here, he underthrows it. Nico, yeah, like this wasn't a good throw. Like the receiver, he was heading towards the sideline. You know, he had to come back for this. Plus, I don't agree with this call anyway. Why? There's no need to do that. Thankfully, our defense, once again, they step up and they keep us in this game. 4th and 2. Diego, thinking he's Patrick Mahomes here. He gets sacked by Will Brooks and Bryson Eason for a loss of 1. Vols turn that into a field goal. Gilbert, he doinks a 50-yarder in, and now it is a 1-score game. So yeah, you know what? Based on just what I've said so far, this definitely was a crazy first half. Both teams, they had chances, they had missed opportunities. But the question was, who was going to blink next? Thankfully, it was the team with the big V's on their helmets, because 2nd and 5, 6:38 in the second. Nico, he finds Dante Thornton again, and then Thornton with a great finish right here. Vanderbilt, they brought the safety blitz, and then Thornton, he just took advantage of that, man, and he takes it all the way into the end zone for the score. Thornton, man, what a warrior he is right here. He was banged up after his first score, but he comes back out there, man, and he has a huge catch, huge run after catch to tie this game. That right there is leadership by example at its finest. And you know what? Yes, this game, it did not start well for us. But hey, if Georgia can come back the way that they did, I think we can come back here. Final 2 minutes of the half, we have a great drive here. 10-play, 96-yard drive. Takes up 2 minutes and 19 seconds of precious game time. And then 1st and 10, Nico, he finds Kesselman, 18-yard score, baby. So, yeah. The Commodores are fuming. They are furious. And then, actually, on this touchdown right here, after Kisselman caught it, Colby Taylor for Vanderbilt, he gets a personal foul. Yeah, Colby. How does that feel, man? Are you mad, bro? Come on, man. I love that smoke. I want all of it, man. And so does this team right here. Clearly, momentum was in our favor. After Vanderbilt scored 14, we outscored them 24-3 going into the third quarter. And for Vandy, it gets even worse because Vols, we have a perfect start. A 13-play, 75-yard drive. Nico had some nice runs in there. And then 2nd and 5, Nico, he passes to the true freshman, Mike Matthews. And that pass is complete. In the end zone, it is a 14-yard score. So Vols, we are rolling, and we do score again, but this time it's on defense. 2nd and 9, 1:10 in the third. Cedric Alexander, he has a loss for 5 yards. Vols, get him in the end zone. It is a safety, boy. Now, perhaps there was an argument made that, maybe Cedric, maybe he got that ball past the goal line. I'm just saying, from my perspective, I don't think there was enough to overturn it. That's just what I'm saying. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. So, also, you know what? Vols 7th in the country in tackles for loss coming into this game right here. So come on, give us our flowers. We have earned it. Our boys have earned their moment right here. So now it's 33-17. Late in the fourth, Vanderbilt, they do make it a tad more interesting. 5:56. Pavia, pass complete to Hoskins for a 31-yard score. They did fail on they did fail on the 2-point conversion. Thank you, Boo, for that. But, we still have to run some clock outs. And thankfully, we did do that with Dylan Sampson here. He had some gritty runs along with Bishop as well. Sampson and Bishop, excuse me. Woo, I'm getting fired up here. Sorry. But, I want to give those guys their due. Because, when it seemed like Vanderbilt, they were going to do what Tech did last night. They were going to maybe pull off the upset. Sampson and Bishop, they had some great runs to seal this win. And once again, we win 36-23. Well, what a win for us and for Josh Heupel. This is now the second time in 3 years Heupel has had a 10-win season. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, bro, so much. So now with this win, we have a 97% percentage to make the college football playoff, which, that pretty much says, we are in. We will be one of the 12 teams that will be a part of the playoff. And rightfully so, We have been so consistent all year long. And not just the players, but the coaches on this team have had great years. First and foremost, Tim Banks. What a job he has done as our defensive coordinator. Up for the Broyles Award for the top assistant coach in the nation, and rightfully so again. Banks, what a job he has done with our defense. And also here in this game, we had some guys that were kind of banged up with injuries, but, we still had Vanderbilt. We still had Pavio. We had them just so frustrated. So, yeah, credit to Banks. And another guy for this Vols team who had a great game, but is actually not going to be recognized for it, which is an atrocity, is Dylan Sampson. Here, he had 25 carries, 178 yards. Didn't find the end zone in this game, but just what a way to cap off his legendary year with this. Now, Sampson, 231 carries, 1,307 yards, 22 touchdowns. That is a program record. And 5.7 average yards. With all that, all those stats that I just threw out there, how could Dylan Sampson, I just have to say this, how can he not be at least nominated for the Doak Walker Award? How does that happen, people? That's rigged. It's riggedness. And you know what? Look, I don't want to take anything away from the three finalists. Omarion Hampton, Caleb Johnson, and Ashton Genty, from Boise State. All those guys had great years, great seasons. You know what? I'm going to call it right now. I think Genty, we are at least going to see him at the Heisman ceremony. He has earned that spot. But how can you at least not nominate Dylan Sampson? How do you not even nominate him for the Walker Award? How do you? He had look at this right here. Sampson multiple 100-yard games. Broke Jim McEvers' touchdown record. And it's just absolute robbery. I'm sorry. It is a robbery that he wasn't at least going to be nominated. But hey, you know what? Maybe Sampson, he will turn that anger into just greatness in the college football playoff. Now, talking about Nico. He was here in this game, 18 for 26, 257 yards. Had four 4 touchdowns, which I believe is the most he's ever had playing an SEC team. So yeah, great game for Nico. And also for like this offense as a whole. Dante Thornton, he had a great game as well. 3 receptions, made the most of them, 188 yards, 2 scores. On our defense, Carter and Carter and McCoy, they were all over it. Again, that Sports Center, whoever runs that top 10 list, y'all better put Jamad's catch, like, I want at least, like, top 5. It better be. Now, I will say this, like, we did have guys that were hurt, like, down the stretch here. Samson and Squirrel, they left the game late. Elijah Simmons left early in the first quarter. And plus, Brew didn't even play. So we are a little banged up. You know, like, that has to be said. However, you know, we'll have at least, 3 weeks until the CFB playoffs, until they start. It does suck a little bit not to play in the SEC title game, but honestly, after thinking about it, you know, I don't mind being in this spot because if you think about it, you know, not just the SEC title game, but like all of the conference title games for like the teams that win, like it's big because like you might get that bye, but for teams that lose, like that stinks for them because you played an extra game for nothing, you know. Like I'm not sure how like everything is going to shake up with like the college football playoff. But again, like I like I don't mind the spot that we are in right now. So yeah, like we will just have to see what else happens. Not just with this week, but also like the conference title games. The last time that I checked, they had us going on the road to play the Bulldogs. I'm not exactly thrilled about that matchup. So yeah, hopefully, you know what, like hopefully, like that doesn't happen. You know, like I don't want to play Georgia on the road. I really don't. But, you know, we have a long way until, like, the final rankings come out. But you know what? Whoever we face, whether it's at home or on the road, let's show them what Tennessee is all about. Let's show them that we earned this spot. We are a great team. And let's rip them apart just like that Ohio State player ripped the flag of Michigan. Sorry, I had to do it. That highlight was hilarious. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. Fans, I do plan to make a little prediction video for the college football playoff when those matchups become final. So yeah, expect that. And also my reactions to the Vols and hopefully a long playoff run. But once again, fans, if you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and you can join our fanatic army. And a hundred salutes to all of you as always. It has been a very long day, but I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go Vols!